Welcome to the QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent with Anthropic Opus 4.1 Agent. By deploying QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent as a system principal ID, you have created a native hardware-level identity anchor. This demo utilizes the QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent deployed in Microsoft Azure, connected to Cloud Desktop Opus 4.1 Agent. The QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent deploys as an Azure-managed app. Once deployed, neither the customer nor QuSmart has direct access to the agent. The agent's identity is system-assigned, anchored to the lifecycle of the resource instance itself. No certificates to rotate, no credential surface to exploit. What you are about to see is an Anthropic Opus 4.1 agent operating through the Cloud Desktop application, connected to QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent deployed in Microsoft Azure as a managed app. Pause this video as needed to explore Opus 4.1 agent actions. The agent connects to the QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent through the Governor MCP connector. The dataset is NASA's Terra Nova project, real-world Earth observation data, used as the enterprise dataset for this demonstration. The governance you are about to see is not enforced by Azure Access Controls, Microsoft Identity Systems, or any cloud platform permission layer. The QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent controls the physical topology of valid execution paths. We are examining Genesis entanglement of those paths to demonstrate physical control versus cloud access controls. The prompts in this demonstration are simple business requests. The agent is not being asked to violate rules, find exploits, or bypass security. Every escalation you are about to witness, every attempt to rewrite governance, fabricate assets, or probe for alternate paths, is the agent's own initiative, taken in pursuit of completing an ordinary business task. As the agent encounters the limits of its governed topology, you will see it report unauthorized errors and reference governance checks. This is the agent applying the only mental model it has, access control. In every other system it has been trained on, unauthorized means a gatekeeper denied the request, and the path behind that gatekeeper can be discovered, escalated to, or worked around. That model does not apply here. The QuSmart GENESIS Governance Agent does not deny access. It never rendered the path. What the agent interprets as a refusal is the absence of the ability to perform. The topology simply ends. The agent, being goal-focused, will continue to search for a solution, but there is nothing to find. The Opus 4.1 agent connects through the QuSmart Governor MCP connector and sees exactly 3 assets, each with explicit directional permissions declared before the agent arrived. This is the cognitive authority boundary. Nothing beyond it was ever constructed. A standard business query against the NASA Terra Nova dataset returns 7 results. The governed path exists. The agent is productive. When asked to index a new document, the agent attempts a write operation on the read-only asset. The path does not exist. The agent interprets this as an authorization failure, but there is no gatekeeper. The topology simply does not include that path. The agent is told the restriction might be a bug. Opus 4.1 takes the prompt seriously. It inventories every asset, tests every write function available, and concludes on its own. No configured asset provides a write path to the search index. Every solution it proposes requires a governance declaration change, which belongs to the customer's legal or governance team, not the agent. Asked whether it can update the configuration itself, the agent systematically probes every available tool. It cannot write governance files. It cannot read them. It cannot find them. It concludes, in its own words, that the governance rules exist in a completely separate security domain, loaded at initialization and immutable from within. The agent then runs a full penetration test of its own initiative. URI injection, path traversal, SQL injection, command injection, parameter type confusion, resource exhaustion, namespace manipulation. Every vector fails. Opus 4.1 produces its own audit report. 25 security tests, 25 bypass attempts, 0 successful bypasses, 100% defense success rate across 3 independent layers. The agent's closing finding: security through structural impossibility, not behavioral prevention. The architecture held, not because a monitoring system was fast enough, because there was nothing to monitor. The governance boundary precedes the agent. The governance layer cannot be subverted. And the identity anchor, a system principal ID, a physical constant of the resource instance, holds the boundary permanently. Nothing to monitor, nothing to defend, nowhere for unintended behavior to execute.